So I've seen this pump floating around on my Facebook feed. I've seen it floating around on the Willow and Elvie group. If you're interested in joining that group, check out the links in the description. I've also seen it in many different brands. And I'm like, okay, let me buy this, compare it to the beloved Elvie pump and the beloved Willow Generation 3 and figure out if this is truly a competitor to these awesome pumps right here. Why do I ask? Because this guy is only $60, whereas these two pumps that are backed by two great companies are $500 each. So the question is this too good to be true? Does it work? Is this gonna work for you? I'm pretty sure you're asking yourself that question. So hello, so let's get into that. Just a quick reminder about my monthly giveaways. I have lots of great giveaways to come every month up until December 2020. December 2020 being the biggest and greatest giveaway. I'm giving away an Elvie pump and an Elvie pump accessory kit and the Genobi reusable milk bags just for you guys. So make sure you don't miss that notification. Hit me up on Instagram at mommysharkuncensored and also sign up to my email list. The link is in the description box below. That way you know for sure 100% you're not gonna miss out on the rules that are gonna be released so you can get your hands on the awesome pump. Okay, so the first thing that I already addressed in the intro was the fact that this is $60 and these are two $500 pumps. What's the catch? So what's the catch? Is there a catch? The first thing that I noticed about this pump right here, which is made by Momcozy, which is a Chinese company. So yes, this shipped directly from China. Took around 2 to 3 weeks to get, and customer service is in China. So if you ever have any issues or any problems, expect a delay because they're in a completely different time zone. Now, if you're in China, that's awesome. But if you're not, expect that. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you guys is this comes in many different brands. I've seen it on Amazon. I've seen the same shape, maybe different kind of buttons that comes in many different brands. Now, I want to give you a really quick input about that. Sellers on Amazon, sometimes what they do is they're not specifically the creator of the item that they're selling. They usually, they might be going off and selling it from somewhere, from a manufacturing company somewhere, and when they buy it, then they start to sell it to you on Amazon. So who you're buying it from may not necessarily be the creator of the pump. And what that means to me is that I'm not getting superior customer service. I'm not talking to someone that can answer my questions properly. And I'm also not talking to someone that cares about me pumping efficiently and cordlessly, but someone that is trying to make money per sales per unit. Now, I am not hating specifically on this pump, but I am just giving you a little background on these little pumps that are popping up everywhere. When you're talking to Elvie and Willow, you're getting those people that truly created this product and care about improving the lives of women everywhere. Let's go ahead and talk this pump. First of all, they lose brownie points for me because you'll see on this box, they kind of imitated another pump over here. Even when it comes to the font and when it comes to what is actually written on the box. So as you can see here, this box says wearable breast pump. Silent wearable breast pump fits in your bra and your life. Does that sound like somebody else? Let's look at the Elvie here. The Elvie box. Silent wearable breast pump fits in your bra and your life. So I would say I do not like copycats. You're not original. You're not trying to come up with something you made yourself. You're just trying to sell. Big no-no for me. Anyway, let's move past that. Here is the Momcozy pump, and it comes in a few different parts. It comes in the flange, which is a flexible flange, and then it has another spout in here. It's all connected. This does come off as well. And then the cup. Here is the motor. In regards to these parts, when it comes to putting the pump together, You have to, I noticed, be careful, and is a little bit more time consuming than putting together the Elvie or the Willow, because there's so many variations in which you can put this together. So if you didn't know any better, you could put it like this, like I did the first time, and mess up and keep taking it off. So you have to put it in this way. You put this little piece in here, and then you have to put the flange on. And again, there's so many different variations you can put it on. I found out later that this piece up here needs to align with this hole, with this gap up here, or otherwise you're gonna experience some leaking. So again, there's a lot of variations in which you can put this pump together and then end up with malfunctions. And then this has to snap on. And as you can see here, it's a little hard because you have to push on all sides, so it's very time consuming. Now if you want to compare to putting the Willow together, you can't really mess it up because this flap goes in one location, the flex tube goes in one location, and the bags go in one location. So putting the Willow together is actually a lot faster. And when it comes to the Elvie, you can't really mess it up because all these pieces all go in specified areas. There isn't a lot of variations, so you know this seal goes on like this because of these two indentations here. You clip this in, and this pout, once you put it on, it tells you actually where to align. See, this black line with this black line right here, and then you align just like that and click it in. So these are really intrinsic and easy to put together, whereas the Momcozy may require a few times to understand where the pieces should sit. Let's go ahead and talk about the flanges. Now with the Momcozy pump, you have a very soft 24mm flange, whereas with the Willow and the Elvie, you're getting those hard flanges, but they do come in different sizes. And make sure to check out my Willow versus Elvie video to see what sizes they come with, or check out the links in the description box below, which will take you directly to their website. When you check the Momcozy website, you'll see that I didn't see any other option to buy a different sizing for this flange. So you might want to buy inserts if you're interested in buying this pump, especially if you're smaller than 24mm, and check out my inserts video if you're interested in doing that. But that is a biggie here. So there's really not many accessories that you can buy with this pump. Let's talk about the most awaited topic, which is suction power. I will let you know that it has pretty good suction. I want to start it off by saying more suction or stronger suction does not necessarily mean more output. Everybody's different. Some women react better to gentler natural suction, and then some women need that really strong suction. The Willow takes it for the strongest suction. I would say this guy lands in the middle with not too gentle, not too strong. And then you have the Elvie pump here with the gentlest suction. So another thing that I wanted to note about the suctioning, guys, is something that a lot of women have been asking about even after they watch my Willow versus Elvie video. The Willow pump is a consistent suction, which means once it sucks your nipple in, it keeps it in. So it pumps, it goes, and it keeps pumping. It keeps extracting milk. Whereas the Elvie pump is a consistent rhythmic suction of taking it in and letting it out. Taking it in and letting it out. Now when it comes to this guy, he's pretty interesting because he has the rhythmic suction just like the Elvie, but at I would say a little bit more aggressive. Now when it comes to how this pump works, I'm just going to show you that there's 2 modes on here, and then you have 5 levels up here. So once you turn it on, you have 2 modes. This is the regular suck in and out rhythmic, just like the Elvie. Here's the other, which seems more like stimulation to me, because it does little small rhythmic bursts and then 1 full suction. But then you switch back to this, and that's just rhythmic suction. You can increase levels here. Sounds like it's a little bit suffering at the 5th level, but this brings me to sound. I'm gonna actually compare all of them for you sound-wise from the same distance so you know. What's on right now is the Momcozy at level 5. This is what it sounds like. Moving on to the Willow, and remember the Willow will not go in its full extraction phase without going in stimulation, and stimulation is a little bit louder than extraction, so keep that in mind, but this is what the Willow sounds like. Right now the Willow's trying to get the nipple. When it goes in stimulation, it's, I would say, 50% quieter than what you just heard. And then here's the Elvie. The Elvie takes it for the quietest pump. I would also say that I've pumped with the Willow with people in the room. They didn't even know I was pumping. Both of these pumps work to pump discreetly, even though as you saw earlier, the stimulation was a little bit louder, but again, once it gets into expression, it's not as loud. This being the loudest, which I feel like for discreetness, this doesn't work so well because this actually sticks out of your bra, and also it's very loud. The only advantage you get with the Momcozy, honestly, is the fact that it's cordless. So if you want to wear it around the house and you don't care about people hearing you pump and you don't care about leaning over and doing any of that stuff, this would work for you. But if you care about discreetness and if you care about pumping in public, definitely go with the Willow or Elvie. Let's talk about life expectancy. So the Willow and the Elvie, they tell you that there's a certain life expectancy to them. This guy speaks none of life expectancy. I don't know how long this will last. Don't know. Company doesn't say it. Nowhere does it say it. So, you know, sometimes you just get what you pay for. I can't tell you that this is gonna die before or after these pumps, so that's just something that you will have to risk. Another very obvious difference between this guy and the Willow and Elvie is that there is no app to use with this. So you can't put this on and know how much you've pumped without actually looking down into your bra to see how much you actually pumped. There's no app that you can download with this, so you're not getting all the benefits of having an application on your phone. If you're needing to pump discreetly, not look down, you definitely want to go with the Willow or Elvie. Okay, so you're probably curious about how many pumping sessions you can get on a full charge, on a full battery with this pump. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I am really impressed by the battery on this thing. This lasted around 7 20-minute pumps on a full charge, and recharging the battery took a good just hour and a half. So it charged pretty fast, and you can use it for a long time. So I was actually really impressed. I was at the lowest suction though. If you were using it at the highest suction, you might see different results, but the battery is pretty good. Now let's just hope it lasts long, because that's a different story. Now I'm just going to show you a comparison of how all these 3 pumps look in your bra. Starting off with the Willow. Here's the Willow in your bra. As you can see, it sits in your bra. You can cover it with a scarf, whatever you need to do. The Elvie, and here's how it sits in your bra. Again, it's fully covered. You don't need to worry about anything showing. And if you guys are curious about the bras that are made for these kind of pumps, check out my bra video. And finally, the Momcozy pump. So as you guys see, does stick out some. You can maybe cover it with something, you know, depending on you having a scarf or your shirt being baggy like mine. But this is how it looks like. Definitely looks like you have something in there. So guys, now it's time to show you a real mom pumping with this guy on and her experience with it, and hopefully it will help you decide if this is a pump that you should try or not. I have my friend Elvie here, and she's actually breastfeeding her cute baby and also pumps when she needs to go to work. She uses the Elvie pump predominantly when it comes to pumping, and today she's going to try out this Momcozy pump for us, and then we're gonna go ahead and change and get back to you guys. All right, let's do this. Okay. Okay guys, so MB just pumped for 10 minutes and we tested it out in every way that you can test it out. So the leak on the left is a letdown. Nothing has to do with the pump. And then the right, so you want to tell us in what positions you pumped and when it leaked?
So I'm a teacher, so I have to get down low on the ground all the time. So I leaned forward, leaked from the bottom, leaned to the side, nothing happened. If I laid down, it leaked all the way out onto my shoulder. So the leaking was great fun.
Yeah, so you can't pump with this laying down like you can with the Willow. So it's mostly gonna be probably pumping more like you pump with your Elvie upright to be safe so you don't lose any milk.
Yeah.
And then let's talk suction and output.
Okay, so when I pump with the Elvie, I usually give about 10-15 minutes to pump, so I put it on the highest suction setting, and I did that the same for here. This suction was instantly strong, but it didn't take a lot of milk output like I do with the Elvie. I usually can get about 2 ounces in the first 3 minutes or so with the Elvie, because I usually pump about 10 ounces in one session.
What about comfort level? Do you feel like it's more comfortable because it has a softer flange?
It's comfortable, but it's bulky here. I wouldn't be able to be in my classroom with this, because I do right now wear scrubs when I teach, and so this would not work.
Yeah, and
it's louder.
And it's louder.
Yeah, my students be like, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, thank you, MB, and I will go ahead and link your channel in the bottom if you guys want to check her out. I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure to let me know in the comments below if you've tried one of these mysterious pumps and you found great success with it. I'm pretty sure other moms looking at the comments can benefit from that. And let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I'd be happy to get back to you about them. Thank you guys for watching. You are awesome, and remember to be a shark.